What's up everyone? I have a Peach of Immortality build for you today. You can see that we are starting this run off quite late, it's turn 14, and the reason for that is because this run took like a solid 25 minutes to complete. I have cut down like half of it. The shop phases will be full and there will be a lot of shopping done during this run, so if that's not what you're into, I suggest clicking off the video. But yeah, the point is going to be get a lot of gold generating units. Like you can see here, we have double sauropod, we have a hamster, we also have a squirrel. And the idea is going to be that we buy as many Peaches of Immortality as possible. And we're aiming for the highest amount of stats that you can gain from a single Peach. So yeah, I actually got super lucky with this run. You can see I am only on 2 trophies with 1 heart remaining on turn 14. That is such a bad score that I am being matched up against other people that are trying to draw intentionally. I was out here doing it unintentionally and here I am. But it works out beautifully because we have lots of time to develop the Peach of Immortality into something great. So here we go, we are going to buy the first one of the video, and it's only giving +5/+5, which is already better than any single food in the game that is not enhanced by a cat. So I think we're doing pretty well already. If we manage to find a lot more Peaches, that will be a lot better for us, obviously, as we find the second one and it is already a +10/+10. It's only going to get better from here, but we need to get a little bit lucky, firstly to not lose, because we are on 1 heart remaining. For turn 15 though, I think our team is pretty good, especially at the 1 heart range that other people are trying to draw as well. I think we will be having solid chances of not losing. So let's see how we go. We are matched up against someone who is chicken scaling. They are scaling up their entire shop, as opposed to us who are just scaling up a single food item. You can decide who is cooler in the comments. But yeah, we'll be buying the third Peach. Now it is +15/+15 and we get a level up on our cat if we want it. But I think I'm going to gun for the chocolate instead, because that's going to give us some gold back via the sauropods. And if we find the Peach of Immortality, I think that's going to be even better for us. Here we go, the chocolate has been acquired, so we're going to purchase it, get 4 gold back. I think we have a very decent setup going right here, like double sauropod, financing any of our purchases, and then we also have a level 2 hamster that gives us 4 free rolls every single turn. I am a little bit desperate not to lose though, so I end up buying a pizza, giving +12/+12 to the hamster in the 4th position. Hopefully that prevents us from losing. Let's see how we do. We're matched up against Packer, who has his own channel, which I will link in the description. And we have been matching a lot in this draw pool before I started the recording of the run, because he's been going for a lot of draw builds with this hedgehog that very annoyingly has a mushroom, but thankfully we managed to draw despite that. We're going to get double level 3 cat now, and the Peach of Immortality that we find next is going to be absolutely wild. So yeah, we only have to roll into it, which is easier said than done some of the time, unfortunately. Like you can see, turn 17 we have only found 2 Peaches, I believe, either 2 or 3. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a challenge. Thankfully, as I said before, we do have a lot of gold generation. We're also going to buy an avocado. It's basically a free 3 gold for us because of the sauropod. I do once again become desperate and buy a lettuce, but we do find a Peach of Immortality that is going to give up to 50/50 in stats. I think that's supposed to be like 28 proper stats, so I think we're on the right track. It's kind of difficult to calculate how much Peach of Immortality should be giving. I think like it's supposed to be a multiple of 7 because we have double level 3 cat. But here we go, we match up against another draw team, and this time we finally have the HP necessary to survive. We also find double sauropod if we want more gold, but I think we're okay on that front. What we should be looking for are some stats from Peaches. I'm going to buy a lettuce here, another desperation lettuce. It also gives us a lot of gold. And here we go, the next peach gives us 50-50 on the cat. So all of a sudden we have almost a full team of 50-50s. We don't even have much use for this chocolate right here outside of the hamster. But we would rather have a Peach of Immortality onto that as well. I wouldn't turn down a level 3 hamster though if the shop is going to give it to me. And thankfully it is. We have a level 3 hamster prepared for next turn, so we have in total 4 plus 6 rolls, that equals 10 rolls from the hamster, so we're going to have a very good next turn if we manage to survive. Kinda close, but once again we do have the stats. The big 50-50 kitty at the back is helping us out majorly. And yeah, let's start rolling once again. Hoping for a peach. Chocolate is also pretty nice, and at this point I was starting to consider actually pivoting away from the gold generating pets and going into some useful in battle abilities as we get the full 50-50 team. So yeah, we no longer have any use for the peaches, so I decide, you know what, this hamster has done its job. It is 50-50, it's going to give us some free rolls, so let's get rid of it right about now. And we are going to exchange it for a leopard, and look at this, getting the leopard online, giving it a peach, and it is instantly a 50-50. You love to see that. So we also give it a melon. Now it's going to be dealing 25 damage. If we manage to level it up, it will go up to 50, and we very thankfully do get the level up right here. So we are doing excellently so far. I think we will have a better shot of winning now, even against the draw teams. Let's see how we fare. Actually a very weak looking team on turn 19, and the disruption from the leopard doesn't help them out either, so we end up winning. So yeah, we have a peach frozen. Now what we want to see is something that actually can benefit from it, and in the shop we find yet another leopard plus a behemoth. So I was like, okay, the peach is now giving instant 50-50 to base stat unit, so let's go up to the next step. Let's try to get it to make the unit 100 instantly. So yeah, we'll be transitioning into a behemoth. No need to level it up because we will only need level 1 for the stat line. And yeah, let's look at the stats that we are about to get. Buying it, getting plus 56, plus 56, and I believe by the end of the turn we should be finding, if I manage to roll a little bit faster, a chocolate first of all I guess, but it's not the highlight of the turn. It's going to be this upcoming Peach of Immortality. So in a single turn we managed to get a base stat behemoth up to 100. And we even get another behemoth plus another Peach of Immortality, so we can try the same thing next turn. And at this point I think we should be easily winning. Even though this team is looking very scary with the Wolverine plus Hedgehog combo. And actually, if it was not for the 100, I think we would have lost right there. So very thankfully we did manage to get the 100 in a single turn. And I think after buying this chocolate I can freely pivot away from the sauropod as well. It has done its job. The cats are still required in order to buff up the Peach of Immortality up to insane levels. So yeah, we'll have to say goodbye to a 50-50 level 3 with Melon, but it's no big deal because we are getting an 82-82, and with some luck we could have gotten another Peach of Immortality, but I'll just settle on getting a level 3 leopard instead. And I think now this should definitely be good enough for a win. Let's see how we do. We hop into battle. Our opponent is a merely 50-50 teams, which is not good enough at this point in the game, so we end up claiming a victory. And yeah, only one Peach of Immortality needed in order to bump this up to 100. If you're curious, I believe that Peach would have given plus 77 worth of stats. We didn't get to see that fully sadly because we are a bit overstated. That Peach was a little bit overkill, but it's okay. Here we face P.A.K.A. once again, going for the ribbon of the fake Nessie, and it's actually a pretty close fight. The Kraken doing some pretty good stuff, but we end up winning. And yeah, this is going to be the final turn. I really hope you enjoyed this run. It took a lot of luck to get, but I think it was well worth it. And if you did enjoy, I hope that you like, sub, do all the generic stuff, and I will talk to you next time. Take care.